Again, got a question here from Lizzie07, and this is called renting a home while bankrupt after repossession. What are the chances of being able to find rented accommodation after home repossessed and during bankruptcy? Now, obviously you haven't put there whether your home has actually been repossessed yet or not. Obviously this is a situation that a lot of people are finding themselves in at the moment. It is possible to stop repossession if you know the right things to do. So this is perhaps to quickly get the property onto the market, to appear at court with a buyer in place will often buy you a bit more time. So certainly don't give up all hope if you haven't yet been repossessed. There may be a chance of you selling the property before you actually are. However, if you have been, then yes, you should be able to find rented accommodation. It is going to be more difficult though, I'm afraid, because obviously people will look at your track record and you can show really that you've not been able to pay presumably a mortgage. So therefore a landlord's going to think, well, are they going to pay my rent? What you could try and do is to explain to an agent perhaps that your mortgage amounts were far more than the rent was going to be, or otherwise that you had some other circumstance which led to repossession that has now been rectified, hopefully. So you can prove to a landlord that in other respects you'll be a good tenant. What I would do is to, when you visit agents, have a pack of some kind together and get some references from people that you know, perhaps employers, people that you may have borrowed money from in the past, credit agreements, anything like that, where you've had a good track record, even if the property has been a problem. And you can demonstrate that, okay, the house was repossessed, but in all other respects, you are a good citizen and will be a good tenant. And then that should mean that you find somewhere suitable, I hope. Of course, you can go onto council lists as well, housing associations, etc. And also look into the possibility of having a guarantor if you know anyone able or willing to do that for you. And of course then the landlord knows that come what may, even if you won't pay the rent, your guarantor would. So that should solve that problem as well. So I hope that goes okay for you. Any other problems, please just mail in.